Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Smackdown October 11th, 2019 review. This show had nothing to go for. I was not excited for this show. I checked out the first 15 minutes. I did not bother going back to check anything I missed. So pretty much what happened was, I watched the first 15 minutes of Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins till the end, which had the Fiend interfere and caused a disqualification. The Raw team won the match. Fucking lame ass fucking way to start off the show. Not to mention nobody cared about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins' match. People were booing Seth Rollins a lot. They were getting some boos. Probably like 60% cheers, 40% boos for Roman Reigns. And overall, this match didn't seem to matter to anybody. Nobody fucking gave a shit. People were just sitting there with their hands on their laps, just watching the show as it went through its natural progression and went through its bullshit, rama bullshit, formula that it normally does with these matches. So Seth Rollins ends up getting mandible clawed by the Fiend, with the Fiend popping out of the bottom of the ring at the end of the match and grabbing him and pulling him down beneath the ring. I don't know if you guys have realized this, but this is not The Undertaker. This is the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. What the fuck are we seeing him acting like The Undertaker or Kane? This is so stupid. What are they going to do next? They're going to say Bray Wyatt the Fiend is fucking related to The Undertaker and Kane next? Like, what the hell is this shit? This was garbage. So we go ahead, we get a rundown of how the whole entire draft works. Everything the exact same. No creativity. No nothing. No even split. The Raw team gets 3 guys, while SmackDown only gets 2 guys because SmackDown's only 2 hours, while Raw is a 3-hour show. Okay, whatever. So they have a selective a selective group of wrestlers they have for SmackDown's draft for that night, and they're selected for 4 rounds, basically. So, first person on Monday Night Raw was drafted, Becky Lynch. Whoop-de-fucky-do. No one thought that was incoming. Roman Reigns stays on SmackDown. Big deal there. They kept the OC and AJ Styles together and drafted to Monday Night Raw. Bray Wyatt's drafted to SmackDown. Now, this leaves a little bit of a problem. Why the fuck would you put Bray Wyatt in a matchup on Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins and book him the way you did and then draft him to SmackDown on top of it? Why ever book the match in the first place, like a lot of other YouTubers have been saying from the start? You're having Bray Wyatt lose. On top of that, you're drafting him over to SmackDown, where he has no capability of getting even with Seth Rollins anyway. So what was the point of the match? I'll tell you what the point was. It was to aggravate us, bury Bray Wyatt's character to make him seem like he's nothing and not even important, and give us a reason to complain and bitch and moan. I'm going to tell you guys something. I honestly think people should not tune in for the show no more. I think people should drop their hands, give up with WWE, and walk the fuck away. Because he don't care about you. And when I'm saying he, I'm talking about Vince McMahon himself. He doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about me. He doesn't give a shit about its audience. The only thing he gives a shit about is himself. That's all he cares about. And that's the only thing he's ever cared about. That's why his show sucks. And so does he. Drew McIntyre stays on Monday Night Raw. I got a good question. Where the fuck has Drew McIntyre been all this time anyway to be drafted in the first round of the fucking WWE draft? God, the show is so fucking stupid. Why do I bother wasting my time? This company is never going to learn until it gets on its fucking ass. Till someone puts them on their ass. And AEW is definitely doing that with NXT right now. No offense to anybody who loves NXT. I love NXT. I think they're great performers. I think what Triple H does is absolutely 100% straight to the point. Way wrestling should be for WWE. And he's just getting affected because he's part... His brand is part of this company, and whatever Vince McMahon's decisions making can actually affect how NXT turns out, and I think that is playing in a huge part on NXT's ratings, possibly. I think that might be the case. It might also be the fact that we see the WWE NXT brand being advertised and shown on the fucking gosh darn WWE Network the next day. So that could be another reason why that's playing an effect to why people are not tuning into the show. So we move on to other things. We get King Corbin facing Chad Gable for a fourth fucking time. Why? What does this matter? Who the fuck cares? Calling him Shorty Gable. God almighty, this match was ended with a fucking, this match ended with a fucking, whatever his finishing maneuver is. Who gives a shit? No offense to my subscriber who told me he likes King Corbin. I mean, no offense to you, dude, but I really just don't care for this shit. End of days, he hits him with the fucking finisher. I'm pretty sure nobody gave a shit. They weren't cheering. They probably weren't even giving a flying fuck about this show whatsoever. So, after the match ends, we have Stephanie McMahon come out to do the next set of picks for round 2. Now, I gotta say this much. Why in the hell we got Stephanie McMahon announcing the picks? Why don't we have, the USA, one of the USA people come out and say who they want, and people from Fox, whoever they want to have come out as their spokesman to give us the picks that they want. Instead, we have Stephanie McMahon make on all the announcements. There's no excitement involved. There's no major deal here. It's just, here's the picks. Take them or leave them type of attitude. Like, ooh, who gives a shit? Crowd didn't hardly react to any of the announcements of these people being placed on different brands and so forth, and most people stayed on the brands they were on. I think maybe 20% were switched to different brands while 80% of them stayed the same. I ain't much of a fucking shakeup or any kind of major draft. It's just bullshit. So the second round we get Randy Orton going to Raw. Now that's a big change. Him switching to Monday Night Raw, I think, is a good thing because he ain't got nothing on SmackDown right now. He's done everything. He's made Mustafa Ali look like a fucking bitch in that Hell in a Cell match. Granted, the match was good. I will give them both credit for that. But Mustafa Ali at the end of that match was made to look like a fucking fool. Rolls into the ring, stands there, waits for the RKO, and gets hit with it. That was stupid. But overall, the match was great that they had. It just, that ending was really ridiculous. Sasha Banks going to SmackDown. Now that's a different change too. Now Bayley's the champion for SmackDown. You're not going to see Bayley get drafted to fucking Monday Night Raw now that Becky Lynch is being the women's champion is on Monday Night Raw. So that ain't going to work at all. What else here? We also get Ricochet drafted to Raw. That hasn't changed anything. Braun Strowman on SmackDown, that's different, but I don't think he's going to really deliver anything much different than he did on Monday Night Raw. I think he's just going to be a guy that's a filler. That's it. It's going to be a novelty act, doing whatever he normally does on Monday Night Raw, doing it on SmackDown. That's pretty much all he's going to end up doing. I don't think much of him. At least not lately in the last year or so. Since 2018, when he had that match with Roman Reigns last year, he's been a joke. Bobby Lashley not facing anybody. He got drafted to Raw. Who gives a shit? This show sucked. Really, this was a waste of everybody's fucking time. Brock Lesnar came out. He had a segment on SmackDown as well. So, just to read off some of the things that were said. Heyman says he is here to educate and enlighten everyone here. Heyman goes on to explain why Lesnar fears Cain Velasquez. He says in all these years, Lesnar has never made an excuse about what happened years ago during his MMA fight with Velasquez. That's what kind of fighter Velasquez is. Lesnar conquers his fears, and he will conquer Cain Velasquez. Rey Mysterio and Velasquez walk out on the ramp. Velasquez, give me a second to scroll down here to see more of this information. Okay, so Rey Mysterio and Cain Velasquez walk out on the ramp. Velasquez cuts a promo in Spanish, which nobody fucking knows what the hell he's saying, but we all know he can speak Spanish. So Rey and Velasquez cuts a promo in Spanish. Rey Mysterio translates and tells us Velasquez said he is going to give Lesnar a scar on the other side of his face to the match, the first one he gave him. So, yeah, there is a massive scar right here. If you see the fight back on October 23rd in 2010 in UFC, he gave him a massive gash right here, which left a scar on his face, which I didn't even realize that. It's kind of funny. So yeah, he ends up having that scar. So they're playing a lot into what happened in UFC. Now granted, Fox originally had UFC. The rights to UFC and everything else, having them show their fights and everything, all that. So, that's pretty much what we've gotten out of this promo. That's what this whole thing is built around. Why wouldn't they save this, build on this, for a match in the future, like at WrestleMania? Instead, we're getting this at Crown Jewel. Same thing with Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman and Tyson Fury, I can understand that match happening at Crown Jewel. That's a throwaway match. It has no history. This match could be built into a WrestleMania type match. And you could build up Cain Velasquez through the months that they have remaining until they make it to WrestleMania. So I don't understand what was the point of what they did here, just having this match happen right off the bat. He didn't get any wins. He hasn't had a single match. His first match ever will be against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. He's earned nothing to get this opportunity. What a fucking waste, and what a stupid, stupid idea this is. Not to mention you got Cain Velasquez walking around with a bum knee, and he hasn't gotten surgery yet. This is retarded. 100% retarded. Makes no sense to me whatsoever for why they're doing this. Outside to get a quick buck, a quick reaction from the mainstream media, and that's it. Once again, proving that they are not a wrestling company. They are not even entertainment. They are a spectacle. Whatever comes up to them will get a lot of buzz behind them on mainstream media. That's what they're going to go after so that they can get more eyes on them just based on some stupid idea. Not based on logical thinking, not based on creative ideas that will entertain audiences, but for fucking mainstream media and political agendas. Now, if you go back on WCW's days when Hulk Hogan wanted to be the world champion and not push any main new stars that are on that fucking, in that company failed miserably. And they continued to fail after Bash at the Beach of 2000. So this company is really in the fucking shitter. You can clearly see that. Anyone that has eyes can see this company is in the fucking shitter. If AEW wanted to, they could forget about trying to compete against NXT. Let NXT have their fucking viewership and let them compete against Monday Night Raw, because I guarantee you, with what AEW has to offer, they could put WWE Raw to shame in ratings. This is pathetic. This is 100% pathetic. This was an opportunity. Once again, WWE proving every opportunity they get to do something that's creative, fun, and enjoyable for its audience, they do nothing. That audience was fucking dead in Las Vegas. And that is where I'm going when this year is up. I want to move to Las Vegas. That crowd did not give two flying shits what happened in the middle of the ring. On anything. Not even the fucking main event. That women's championship match, what a fucking joke. Why the hell didn't they strip fucking Bayley of the championship to begin with? So they can give her a new gimmick, a new attitude? Get the fuck out of here. They could have given her that new attitude and everything a while ago. You know, when she turned and became Sasha Banks' co-pal or her sidekick in doing these horrendous things. She could have said, screw all this shit. Screw trying to be a role model. I don't care anymore. I want to win. That's all I fucking care about. That's all they needed to have her do. Didn't have to make her lose the fucking championship to Charlotte so Charlotte can get a 10th title reign and then immediately play hot potato and say, here you go, take the title back, which is the main event of this fucking show. God, this company is such a fucking waste. I enjoy spitting and being vulgar and mean about this company because they don't give the audience what they want. They used to. They used to care about what they had. They don't care. They're not humble. They're not anything but a bunch of fucking corporate assholes. That's all this company is. Corporate assholes. Once you become big, you become a fucking loser in my mind because, quite frankly, this company is shit. 100% bottom line shit. New Day faces the OC in this 6-man tag team match. Again. The OC lose. And fucking who eats the freaking pin? Trouble in Paradise by Kofi Kingston on the United States champion, AJ Styles. So now he's losing. He looked like a fucking blithering idiot on fucking Hell in a Cell with Braun Strowman in the most lamest acting job performed by anybody, portraying he's knocked out. He looked like a blithering idiot. And then the next night on Monday Night Raw, him and the OC are competing against the Lucha House Party. Who the fuck cares? He gets to win, though, with that match. This match he ends up losing to Kofi Kingston. The guy who lost in 5 fucking seconds to freaking Brock Lesnar. Holy fuck! How can you be so fucking retarded? Oh, Jesus Christ. Please, if you guys watch it because of out of habit, I understand. I do the same thing. But if you guys watch this because you really enjoy it, you may want to take a deeper look into this company because there is a hell of a lot better shows than this fucking lame-ass dickhead company. Let me tell you. Fucking Impact makes more sense than this shit. So we go ahead and we get round 3 of the draft. Alexa Bliss stays on Raw. Big surprise there. Lacey Evans gets drafted to Smackdown. No surprise there. She's got nothing more to do. She's lost a bunch of times to Natalya. So, why not put her on fucking SmackDown? Kevin Owens gets drafted to Raw. This is a bit of a change. I like this one. I like with Kevin Owens. I would like to see Kevin Owens be the guy to take the title off of Seth Rollins. Bray Wyatt taking the title off. Yeah, great, wonderful, but does it mean anything? No. Will it entertain the audience? Will the audience give a shit? Probably not. With Kevin Owens, on the other hand, they have a decent following with him. They didn't ruin him entirely with his build and his push to want to get other guys noticed. So, with all that withstanding, they could have a good opportunity to make a meaningful title change with Kevin Owens on from Seth Rollins. So I think that would be a good idea if they go along with that idea. The Revival staying on SmackDown. Of course, they're going to stay on SmackDown. They're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And to be honest with you, I think that's a good place for them. They would probably fit very well with SmackDown. Natalya stays on Raw. Of course, they're not going to have Natalya and Lacey Evans going up against each other some more going on SmackDown. I don't think that's going to happen at all. So thankfully, they ended that whole bullshit rivalry altogether. So let's move on some more. We then get to the fourth round after a break. We get the Viking Raiders staying on Monday Night Raw. Okay, big deal. Lucha House Party go to SmackDown. Who the fuck gives a shit about Lucha House Party? Do you give a shit? I know I don't. So, that was a fucking lame-ass pick for SmackDown. Nikki Cross going to Monday Night Raw. No surprise there. She's with Alexa Bliss. They're a tag team. Get rid of her and put her on SmackDown. There is no fucking tag team division for the women's division. I mean, they only got 2 fucking tag teams. Oh, God, this company sucks. Really, it does. Then we have Heavy Machinery get drafted to SmackDown. That's a no-brainer. Heavy Machinery versus the Revival for a SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I think that would be a very good pay-per-view matchup if they build up to it. The Street Profits being drafted to Monday Night Raw. This I like. I like the Street Profits. Some people may say their run on the main roster seems a little over-the-top, ridiculous, silly, and dumb. But some of the things they do is actually very humorous and enjoyable to listen to. Now, they haven't done anything yet, so their wrestling in-ring wrestling may be questioned by me. I don't know how they're going to be in the ring with the main roster. They may tone down a lot of what they do because that's what Vince McMahon likes to do. Tone everything down. Take it down a notch. You know what I mean? He can't make the fucking show high intensity, fast pace, something like that. He's got to make sure it's nice and slow. Nice and dull and boring for all the fans to sit there and go, yay, this is so much fun. No, it ain't fucking fun, assholes. It's boring as shit. Then we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match as the main event, which I don't disagree. I think they should have ended the show with a championship match. This being it would have, I guess, was okay. But ending it the way they did, fucking garbage. You want to give Charlotte the fucking title for a 10th time. Make that 10th title reign mean something. This title reign was bullshit. What was the point of her taking the title from Bayley only for Bayley to get the title back? What is this? We finally decided what direction we wanted to go with Bayley, so now we're going to give her the title back? What kind of fucking nonsense is this? And that's basically it. The show fucking ended. This was the best match, though. I mean, people were actually a little bit invested in the match. She tore apart the fucking, the little, characters that go ahead and they pop up in the air from the air balloons. They popped all the air balloons and got rid of the whole Hug Bailey type character, and now she's this rough and tough chick who's got a very big time attitude. Whoop-de-doo. She wins the title. She grabs her by the fucking hair before she's put in the figure 4 or figure 8, and she grabs her by the hair and gets a lucky pin, and that's it. I just, this is so stupid. Not to mention, before she gets lucky, she is hit with natural selection by Charlotte Flair, because Bayley was upset with the pinfall situation. She thought she had the count of 3. She kept bantering that was 3, and she asked the referee, "Are you sure that wasn't 3?" She's pounding the mat. She's going apestick. She ain't even paying attention to her fucking opponent. And she manages to get knocked down with a natural selection, and then she gets lucky and grabs her by the hair and rolls her up for a 1, 2, 3 and wins the title. Out of fucking nowhere. Charlotte ends up getting a bloody lip in this match too. This match was good. It was a lot better than the Hell in a Cells match, but at the end of the day, this match never should have happened. This match didn't need to happen. Bayley should have stayed the champion. Charlotte Flair should be drafted to fucking Raw. And that's it. Bayley should be on fucking Smackdown. And that's what's going to happen anyway. So, I don't know. I know one thing. This draft sucked. I mean, there was 2 or 3 good picks that were surprising. Mostly by Raw. Bray Wyatt being on SmackDown makes absolutely no fucking sense. He should have never been in the Hell in a Cell match to begin with. Like everybody's been saying for the last week. Since this fucking match happened. I don't know, guys. I don't know how much more I can keep doing these reviews for this fucking show. I can handle 3 hours of a Sunday night pay-per-view. But to sit through 3 hours and 2 hours of SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown for a total of 5 hours, and just do these reviews with you guys, I don't know if I can keep doing it. To me, it just seems such a waste of time. And I think it's a waste of time for any major YouTube, let me rephrase that. Any major YouTuber or reviewer of wrestling, they shouldn't even waste their time watching this shit. Really. We should not give the WWE the time of day. Because they don't give us the time of day ever. I don't even remember the last time they've done anything that was memorable. At this point, everything is just a propaganda, a political pull, and just mainstream attention. That's all it is. It's a spectacle. There's no wrestling involved. There's no interest to the fans. It's just money, 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 and attention, 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 like a fucking pre-Adonna bitch. I'm sorry, guys, but this company sucks. But you guys like what I got to say? You guys like what I'm doing here on this channel with doing these reviews? I definitely starting to notice there's a lot more attention to this channel. I already got a total of 7 subscribers in the last 2 or 3 weeks, which is the most I've ever received since I started this channel. All these subscribers I've gotten has happened over the last couple of years, and just now in these last few weeks since I started, I've been getting a lot of attention. And I like that, and I like providing you guys these videos, but I don't get paid to do this shit. I just do this because I love it. But to sit here and do these reviews, there's nothing to review. It's all about bickering or ranting about this shit. They don't give me anything to talk about that's positive. I want to talk about things that are positive and negative. I don't have a problem with negative. I mean, that's part of life. You get positive and negative things all the time in life. But to have 100% negative, mostly, like 95% negative and only 5% positive, that's not worth reviewing. It's just a non-stop bickering and ranting. And, I mean, if you guys like these videos and you enjoy watching them because of my ranting, and I do a great job doing that, then by all means, write a comment down below and let me know how you feel about my ranting on these videos the last couple of weeks. Because that's all I've done when it comes to WWE mainstream or main roster wrestling shit. For 5 hours, you get nothing but crap. 4 hours, you get great wrestling for Wednesday nights. That's it. So, the company that should be the crown jewel of everything, no pun intended, but to be the top-notch company in wrestling you're supposedly saying you are, and yet you have the worst programming out of any wrestling company I have ever seen. Even WCW in its worst days put a better show than this shit. I don't know, guys, but this company sucks. And I hope you guys are in agreement with me. I hope you guys feel the same way I do. And if you don't, please open your eyes, enlighten yourselves, get intelligent. This company will make you stupid. Because they are stupid. And they're fucking lame. Anyway, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you on that. Hit the like video if you like the video. And, I'll hit the like button. Excuse me. Hit the like button if you like the video. And hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, guys. Bye.